What is up, my friends, and welcome to another beautiful video, because today we're once again going to be doing some planetary rushes. I had a fantastic time last time doing planetary rush in 1v1, of course, and now we're going to do it again, but in random 2v2. One of my favorite things about random 2v2 has always been trying to convince my allies of my dumbest builds. Like, sometimes I do something kind of normal and they're like, yeah, whatever. And it's like, okay, you know. But trying to convince them of stuff like planetary rushes just adds a little bit of extra spicy, funny element. 5 minutes, does that sound correct? I think it sounds correct to me, right? Well, actually, maybe a little bit earlier even, but 5 minutes is okay as well. Playing against Protoss and Zerg, by the way, I think I saw. By the way, this was the first ever episode of Random 2v2. I'm not quite sure if you guys remember that. I didn't even intend to make this a kind of, you know, reoccurring show or whatever. Oh, there's a probe in our base. But this was the first ever episode of Random 2v2. I think it's already been... How long has it been? A year ago, perhaps? Maybe it has already been a year ago. It's been quite a while we've been doing this stuff. But yeah, I did the Planetary Rush the first time. You guys loved it so much. And now I think this is only the second time, or maybe the third time we're going to be doing this. And this guy very clearly looks to be doing, yeah, exactly, some kind of cannon rush. Let me alert my ally to... oh, I didn't even see this probe, so I'm glad my teammate saw it. Let me alert my ally to the possibility of a cannon rush. Could also be a fake, but... I mean, he sent 3 probes already. I'm a little bit worried about his natural. I was gonna... Oh, the catch! He caught him! No! Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, let me pull a couple of extra workers here. These kind of cannon rushes don't usually work, by the way, because you can just pull workers and kill the pylons in time. And you don't have to worry about it too much. I do need to adapt my build a little bit. Excuse me. Because... otherwise, I'm gonna have way too much gas. As you can see, all these pylons are gonna die. He could make another one with that probe. Now, this game does show why I think cannon rushing is pretty good. No. Keep killing these pylons, please. Why cannon rush is pretty good in 2v2, because this is a massive distraction for both of us. And keep in mind that his teammate is just hard chilling, right? Now, we are gonna be able to deny this, of course. Is that's not even a hatch first. Ooh, that is actually a little bit scary. No hatch first. Well, we're playing against a cannon rush, meaning that he might also follow it up with his own... yeah, indeed, something of his own. Now, I'm gonna have to send an SCV out on the map. Hopefully we can find an overlord-less spot. That would be ideal. Now, these links... well, they actually shouldn't all die. You would think in a perfect micro world that they should die, but actually they shouldn't. I think realistically, you should kill 2 Zerglings in this scenario and the rest should escape, because you can just send them all in different directions. This guy is not actually doing that, so he is going to lose every single Zergling most likely, unless my micro really sucks. Which sometimes it does. Usually it doesn't, but sometimes it does. He's trying to catch me, trying to stay as close as possible. Oh! Oh my good... Wait, guys, watch this. No! Okay, that would have been so cool. Oh, what I was trying to do... Wait, I didn't even see this. What I was trying to do, I'll explain it to you guys later, is I was trying to jump up here, because you can actually jump up there, which is pretty freaking funny. Okay, so I am making... I like how he has these cannons up here. Anyway, I can't believe he still spent money after failing hard on, initially. I guess it makes sense, but it still kind of surprises me. I mean, I'm gonna get a tank out, and then the fun is going to end for him. The sad part is that my ally might suffer. Let's see, I'm gonna try to help him on the low ground with Marines, because the Spine Crawler alone might not be enough. I mean, this is definitely just gonna get defended. Let me close that depot so we don't die in the dumbest way ever. Exactly. Probably just send a couple of dudes to repair that. Lock onto that cannon over there. My command center is on the way, by the way. It is gonna finish at some point. Okay, these Marines. Maybe I can barely not hide that behind the Queen. That would have been beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I think we're completely fine here. The thing I'm worried about is my teammate going for the classic 2v2 teammate rage quit, where they think we have lost, right? Because he's taking a lot of damage, but no. Teammate handled it very well. My command center is finished. I'm gonna... What on earth am I gonna do with that freaking command center? I mean, we're just gonna do it, right? We're just gonna put it, like, right down here. Wait, there's no creep yet! Guys, that is actually massive news. There's no creep yet, meaning I can block off this entire entrance. Wait, that is actually massive. If I get the planetary down there, I mean, the game just ends. I think we're in a very favorable position anyway, because their Protoss player cannot do anything right now. I mean, okay, well, he didn't actually spend that many minerals in the end. I think he went for, I don't know, maybe what is it, 6 pylons and 2 cannons or something, but not that much more. So the Protoss probably has nothing. Showtime, which is definitely not the pro player Showtime, leaves the game. Understandably so. Protoss player is still trying though, because he's microing down his drone. This command center is now turned into a horribly bad-mannered command center because we have won the game and there's like a random freaking CC. This is no longer a planetary rush. This is just a bad-mannered command center, if I'm being honest. I mean, obviously I was intending to go for the cannon rush, but this is like, you know, they've lost the game and then all of a sudden there's a freaking just command center flying over their base being like, nah. I mean, getting a PF up here would be absolutely game-ending. This one too, by the way. Because this would have been in such a disgusting position that they could just never expand, never get down the ramp. This is even worse because it's on top of the ramp. But there we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. Guys. No, that's insane though. If I was this Zerg player, I would be a bit upset with my... You guys see what he did? This guy made a forge, okay? Cannon rushed... Well, I mean, he failed with his first 3 probes. Then, instead of transitioning, he still used probe 4 and 5 to cannon rush, I believe. Could have just been 4, but I think it was 4 and 5. And then look what he did at home. He did not mine gas, okay? He built 3 nexuses without a single unit. I'm not even sure when this gateway finished. Yeah, he actually mined 0. He just made 3 nexuses after a cannon rush and his teammate just died on his own. I think even if you look at the units here, the Zerg also didn't have enough to defend himself. But if the Protoss helped him, let's say at least if the Protoss built a couple cannons here, I feel like this would have been way different. But yeah, this might have been a slightly upsetting game for the Zerg. Nice warm-up game for us. Let's go to game number 2. Okay, game number 2 is with the same Zerg player against 2 Protoss players this time. Now, I mean, at least my teammate's already going to be familiar with my strategy. Hello? At least I think it's the same guy because he has a short barcode, right? Most people that have barcode names, so that is one of the opponents, that is for sure. Looks like we might be up against one of those lever teams that do like an Omega cheese. That is most likely what's going on here. And that is pretty scary to go up against when I'm gonna go for a planetary rush. I don't actually think it's the first time that we've had this. I will go for the same strategy. The funny part is that he didn't even get to see the strategy because, I mean, to him it just looked like a bad-mannered command center, right? Like, yeah, he probably didn't even see the planetary morph in. Maybe he saw it. It definitely didn't finish, but maybe he saw it. But I guess we'll see. I might have to adapt my... How would I say this? My accompanying strategy a little bit here. Because last game I went for the reactor, marines, and the cyclones, right? This time we're playing against 1 Omega player. And this actually, by the way, I'm not sure if it's the best strategy, but from the amount of times I've played against this, it seems insanely strong. Right? When someone leaves and just 1 player plays, obviously if they play a macro game, it's gonna fall apart, right? Like even, you know, it doesn't even matter how good the player is, just macroing for 2 players at the same time is just really, really difficult. I wouldn't think there's anyone in the world that can properly do that, probably not even Cyril. Obviously he would do a good job, but I still don't think, you know, they would be able to hold up in a long game. But when it's about timing attacks and stuff, like going up against 1 Omega player is freaking brutal, like genuinely it is. Is that... Oh, he's actually doing it! He's doing... Oh, wow. Okay, wait, that is... Ooh, he's going for the Omega cannon rush strategy. We legitimately played against this before. We did it ourselves. And then afterwards, we played against it. This is already a while ago. If you guys remember this, then, you know, I'm impressed. That's cool. But we played against the Omega cannon rush before. It is so hard to play against because they can just make so many cannons. And then you can't expand. And then they just have more stuff than you. This is exactly why I went for the adaptation, by the way. Now, this game, I don't think I can even plan... Well, I'm just, you know what, guys? I always stick to the strategy. Even if it doesn't work, I will do my best, so I'm going to build it from home and fly it all the way across the map if we get there. But I went for the Reapers instead of the Cyclones because it is 1 player, and their base is going to have more weaknesses. That was my my thought plan here. So I'm going to go into the base. There's probably not going to be defenses in both bases at least. Maybe in 1, probably not both. Okay, let me just ping it for him. He's probably just using this player to make stuff and only the other player to make probes, if I had to guess. That sounds logical to me. Let me try to target fire a little better than I had been doing. There we go. Probably not going to get this Reaper, I think, if my micro is good. Exactly. That probably sounded like a crazy crazy amount of confidence for the situation to you guys, but I'm pretty good at Reaper juking. And now I'm gonna be able to kill... Oh, wait, he actually did! Okay, respect, honestly. That is well done. Now, you can still do things like this, of course. Cannons don't cover the entire mineral lines. A lot of pros that are gonna die. Let's see, make sure we don't take too much damage from the cannon at least. Can I escape this? I'm not actually sure. Probably one cannon. Oh, actually, not even a cannon hit. Okay, I was pretty sure a cannon was going to hit me there, but apparently not. Now, I'm going to go for more barracks. I can... Ooh, okay, I was about to say I can totally kill that Stalker, but a second Stalker showed up and I didn't realize. Okay, well, here we go, guys. I told you, I am a man of my word, okay? I'm going to stick to my freaking strategy. I'm going to fly the thing all the way across the map. I hope that my teammate helps me with, like, links or something like that. That would be great. Let me ping the Nexus for him so he knows that he might try and force field. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, not going to work, though. That's nice. It's important to ping the Nexus here so he knows... Okay, he's still going to make spine crawlers. Yeah, I would... Sorry, my voice is still a little bit messed up. I would prefer it if he would just be making like 1,000,000 links. Swarm host night. Oh, wait. Actually, no. I take that back. That is way cooler. It might not necessarily be a better strategy for the occasion, but that is way cooler. So we have one base Planetary Rush. Okay, one base Planetary Rush, Mass Reaper plus Mass Swarm Host against a one team, one player, however the hell you call this, Omega Cannon Rusher. This guy's making a forge with this player as well, which is interesting. I guess he just wants to be able to make cannons with his own pylons a little easier. Okay, I was trying to fake the jump a couple times. Oh, we're actually going to get out there quite alive. Let me make a turret as well. I remember the last time we played against the Omega Cannon Rusher, they went for DTs, and it's just a very logical play. Okay, he's gonna have Blink soon, by the way. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but I'm pretty sure we saw a Twilight Council a while ago. The Planetary is being built. Ooh, okay, that's a bit unfortunate. Not a huge fan of that Nidus position there, and I'm gonna explain to you guys why. The reason is that Swarmos are super good when you drop them from the outside. Now, this is when the Planetary Rush is gonna come into full effect. I know it sounds dumb, but he's gonna be busy killing this, and he's gonna lose every single worker in the main base. This is when Planetary Distraction really is just the best strategy there is. Look at this. He's gonna lose every single worker because he takes so much time to kill that freaking Oh, this is actually insane. Look at that. I know I sacrificed a lot. Actually, I do have to... Okay, I'm gonna switch up my strategy at home a little bit. I know that my teammate is gonna be able to do a lot of damage. Yeah, so the economy is completely zero, but... he does have, I want to say, with the incoming warpins, he's probably going to have up to, I don't know, maybe like 15 Blink Stalkers or so, probably at least 12. If he goes across the map, I have absolutely nothing that can do anything against it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Mass Tech Lab Marauder. I'm actually going to make 2 bunkers. I'm going to fly this command center across too, because I'm an absolute psychopath. Copy this at your own risk. My teammate, yeah, look at this. One wave of Swarmers is enough to kill every single probe and the Nexus. They do not have eco left, okay? The red player, I would guess, because the blue player was busy, the red player might not have a probe left, okay? If he does not have a probe left, that means that he can't rebuild the Nexus, so it's, from now on, is no longer an Omega player. It is one player that has an Omega army from before. That player should 100% be moving across the map. If he's not moving across the map, he is dead for sure. Because, you know, we're just gonna out-macro him hard here. Judging by that there's nothing here, he should definitely be moving across the map. I can now camp this high ground over here so he can't get back. Yeah, he's gonna try anyway, because he has to, of course. The next wave, my teammate is gonna be able to kill the main base. The Stalkers are gonna be in front of our base. My teammate might die. Wait, he's chrono boosting that now. I mean, it could be charged. It could also be that he... Oh, no, he came back. We actually forced him to come back. Okay, then I think he's definitely cooked here. I don't think there's a way he can recover if he came back. I mean, I feel like the strategy he did made a lot of sense, right? The Omega Cannon Rush denied her eco completely. He was basically 3 base against 2 base, but then he stayed around for a little bit too long, didn't hit his timing. He was trying to out-macro, and like I said before, I really don't think even Cyril can really do that. He's still at home trying to defend stuff. My Marauders are going to be able to get out here now. I made enough of them. I still have another Planetary going across the map. And I think as soon as I walk across the map with these Marauders, this game is going to end. Now, by the way, you might not have seen me do this before, but this is a very cool way of following up from the Mass Reaper. Sometimes you get into a scenario where you really have to switch up to something. If you're playing as Mass Roaches, for example, or if you're playing as Mass Stalkers, and then what you can do is you hold the X button, you make tech labs on all of them, and before you know it, this is your army. And there we go. Absolutely beautiful game here. My teammate strategy at some point... Oh, he actually made... Oh, I love this. He made the spines too. I didn't even see that. Okay. I really thought if the Blinkstalker counterattack came, he would have died, but he would not have died at all. Fantastically played by him. First, I saw that he was making a spine crawler, wasn't going to go for a link flood together with my Planetary Rush, wasn't a fan. Then I saw the Nidus Swarmos, instantly became a fan, and you can see why. Like, that's just the kind of stuff that you can torture your opponents with forever. A very uThermal approved strategy here from Mr. Guy. Killed this Nexus as well. No probes remaining whatsoever. Had the spines to defend, and this was just an absolutely hilarious game. A masterclass, honestly, in picking apart the one Omega player. I still think if they went for it all in, it would have been very scary, but this was very fun. This felt like another warm-up game, because for some reason the warm-up games, the first one, always tends to be very goofy. But we're not done yet by a long shot. Let's go for game number 3. Okay, game number 3 is against 2 Protosses again, and with a Zerg player again, but this time it's going to be a different one. Now, this is a barcode Protoss, so there is a chance that... yeah, exactly. Okay, I don't know what's up with that guy. Huh. It could be that he knows about the Planetary Rush. I mean, last game I just kind of assumed that they were together, but maybe he just knows that I'm an absolute meme lord and he doesn't want to lose to an absolute meme lord. It's very possible. I actually read a comment yesterday for one of you guys wondering if there's people that just dip the moment they see me because they're like, oh, hell no. Let's attack at like 4 or 5 minutes. I still didn't pay attention to the time. Okay, that's good. I mean, calm cooperation, that's what we like to see. Now we're playing as double Protoss again. So now we know that it is very unlikely to be a premeditated strategy, right? So we're probably playing against someone who is now an Omega player that did not expect to be an Omega player. So I would think that means that it's probably not going to be a cannon rush. Like, I think if you think about this beforehand, right? Like, if you plan it, you can always decide to go for the cannon rush. If it just suddenly gets thrown into your lap, I don't think the chance is that big that you are going to go for a cannon rush. It could be that it's the case. Maybe everyone watched that video where I did it and they're like, oh, that's an insane strategy and that's why they do it. But I would say it was probably just a coincidence. The last guy was like, oh, crap, let me go for a cannon rush. Don't think we're going to see it again. I'm not going to go for the 2x Reaper purely because I like to switch it up. Now, I could also do something a little in between the last 2 strategies. I could go for Reaper Hellion, right? Instead of the 2x Reaper, instead of the Cyclones, but follow it up with something like that. I could also go for Hellion drops, eh? Ooh, that sounds spicy to me. I love that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So I'm going to go for the 2 SCVs. One slightly later than the other. Let's see, I'm going to build the command center over here for sure, so I can just fly it into the middle here. That's the idea. I mean, if it's a macro game, that is, or if it looks like it's going to be a longer game, then you want it here in the middle. If they're not going to macro, well, because it's just one Omega player, right? Then I probably just want to put it next to his Nexus, kind of like I did last game. Okay, so here's SCV number 2, SCV number 1. Do I need the starport first? Probably no, I'll just go for the command center first, because why not? It's a lot of pylons here. This guy's making... Did he... He walled it off entirely. Yeah, he did. No way. What on earth? That looks like something I would do. Wait, that is crazy. He walled off the entire thing, but I'm Terran. So I have a Reaper, and that's quite unfortunate for him. Okay, so that's going to be 2 workers killed. What do I do now? I'm a little afraid of being attacked because Hellions are not good against attacks. I mean, this Reaper is just going to go ham until the Stalker shows up. But if the Stalker shows up, maybe I'm going to survive 1 more hit. I'm being very greedy right now. Oh, there's no extra unit building. That is massive. Okay, look at this. It's 1 hit away from dying to a probe, by the way. I saw the workers were still chasing me. Hey, this is really funny because now instead of beating 1 player with the Reaper like we usually do, I'm beating 1 Omega player with a Reaper. If we can make him rage quit with 1... Oh my goodness, that's so many gates. Yeah, this is going to be a really tough defense. That is for sure. Well, I hope my teammate is right. What should I even do? I could play like Mass Widowmine or something as well. Wouldn't be that insane. This Reaper is on 5 kills right now, by the way. Doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon. Look at this. I think I should be able to get at least 7. I don't think I want to run out because he's probably making another Stalker by now. Let's see if I can juke it. Oh, the juke. No way. Don't get juked like that, brother. You can't. Oh, no, he got me at the end. I'm just going to put it down right here. I know this looks really dumb, but I actually think this is genuinely a good idea. Because... Oh, wait, my teammate's... Oh, no. My teammate's attacking a guy with a wall. I mean, it's going to help with the Planetary. That is for sure, but he's going to attack someone that has 7 gateways by himself. Now, this is why I think the Planetary is a good idea. Because these Hellions are going to pop off in the main base. He's either going to have to come back or deal with the PF. He could even recall his stuff. Okay, so now, dude, it's going to be like 20 gateways or something. Okay, Planetary is going to go down. I'm going to send Widow Mines across the map. Wait, actually, I saw him come over here, so I'm just going to juke him. Okay, this team play is insane right now. The Lynx got all the Zealots at the front. I think that Planetary is going to finish, and it's going to be an extreme nuisance. Oh, look at this. It is coming together, guys. Oh, he went for charge. Oh, that's going to be painful to play against. Let's see. I think I can escape with it one more time. Yeah, I can. The Lynx are just killing everything because he has to chase all my bullshit that I'm doing. And now I got enough Widow Mines. I made those for defense, by the way. But I can just burrow them next to the Planetary. And that Planetary is not going to die. Once again, he went for charge instead of going for blink. And he's not going to kill a Planetary with Widow Mines next to it with Zealots. No GG is called. And wow, absolutely obliterated. Is Planetary Rush the counter to the Omega player? That is the question. Dude, my teammate... Yo, my teammate did... This build is pretty nuts, right? Like, he had a lot of links. He still had 27 drones, which is decent. I mean, I did so much nonsense that, okay, it makes sense he would have been able to get that many drones in the meantime. Also had 1-1 upgrades. Shout out to my teammate here. I think he was literally doing the perfect strategy. Like, not even necessarily to help with the Planetary Rush like the idea was initially, but he adapted perfectly because he saw all the gates. He just made mass links. He saw that I was making Hellions and Widow Mines, so I could probably complement him quite well. But this harassment was freaking brutal, guys. Come on. Like, 0 probes were going to be left for this guy. This guy, just a couple probes left. And the Planetary Rush, as dumb as it sounds, might actually be a good counter to this, because I genuinely think this. If you play against one Omega player and you just kind of sit back and you play against... So he had 3 gateways here. I think he had about 12 gateways or something in total, maybe 10 or 11. If you play against a 10-gate Blink Stalker in his Terran, you are gonna die. There's nothing you can build to stop that. If your teammate makes a lot of links, that can help you, but you always need to be in position. But attacking like this, especially with something as ridiculous as a Planetary, might actually be a fantastic solution. That is another really silly game. I guess it's just the kind of day. The games are fast, so let's go for a game number 4. Okay, we're playing with a Zerg again against a Protoss and a Zerg. Wait, is that our 4th Zerg teammate in a row? Or am I crazy? I think it is, right? Yeah, okay, well, I mean, I guess the stars are aligning for Zerg today. Playing against Protoss and Zerg. I mean, so far we've played against 2 Omega Protosses and 1 Protoss and Zerg, so... I'm actually impressed that I remember that. Normally I get confused with the matchups. Hello. Now this map is... It does look a little more difficult for Planetary Rushes, but to be honest, so far it's not like we have really gotten to Planetary Rush the opponent's base in a normal way. I love that I said that like there is a normal way. For me there is, guys. For me there is a standard way of doing Planetary Rush. Okay. I will attack viciously. Let's see if that provokes a response. This guy's name is non-existent. Okay. Dude, okay, for a second I thought he was not gonna do anything because his name is non-existent and he hadn't built anything. But he's just going for a hyper-fast hatchery first, looks like. And how many drones does he have? Did he make any drones? Did he just go for like a 12 hatchery or something? That's what it looks like to me. Okay, well, he hasn't tied back to me yet. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how I can Planetary Rush a Protoss and a Zerg in case my teammate wouldn't help me. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because if I mean, ideally my teammate just makes links and then my Planetary Rush is going to be way better, but I don't know if he's going to help me or not, right? Like, I can't really know. His build looks extremely tricky, by the way. Like, I'm not quite sure if that's what he's... Oh, it's a cannon rush, okay. It's not... Oh, that is a sick drone timing. You guys see that drone? He was about to wall us out. Very well done. Hopefully he actually... Okay. Well, I mean, I think it's going to be completely fine, to be honest. The biggest problem is that my SUV can't leave my base now for the Planetary Rush. Okay, I mean, I don't really want to have to make it from home. Oh, he actually pulled back. Okay. I I would have preferred for him to keep attacking those. I mean, that maybe sounds a little selfish because obviously that would cost him money, right? I guess that is kind of selfish, but I feel like it would have been quite nice. I mean, it still looks like it's going to be all right, to be honest. Teammate's going to go for a third hatchery. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to help him. I'm not sure if he's going to help himself, so I'm just going to go and help him instead, because this doesn't seem like something that should actually be able to work. Okay, so that thing is going to die. That's another cannon. Yeah, you got some links as well. Yeah, this is going to be perfectly fine. This is the kind of stuff I do for my teammates, guys. Look at me. I can't believe he's still going with this. Wait, what? How many times have we gotten cannon rush today? Is this this is like the third time, isn't it? 1 Omega player and 2 normal cannon rushes. Oh my goodness. What's going on with the, like, this is a nuts episode. Kind of reminds me of an episode we had a while ago where I don't even remember exactly what happened. I just remember that you guys might remember what I'm talking about. It was just the dumbest episode ever. We got cannon rushed and BM'd by a guy. I think my teammates were stupid, I was playing bad, and my opponents were saying weird stuff. Like, it was just one of those episodes, and I guess we're getting one of those again. Well, I went for 2x Reaper. The Zerg doesn't have any defenses yet, until he gets link speed, most likely.
Not enough.
He doesn't have a... Guys, he doesn't have a queen. Where's the queen? It really is one of those episodes. Where is the queen? Did he go for 3 hatch before pool or something? Like, it very well could be. I don't know. Did I target that spine? Probably not. Seems like a waste of time. I'm gonna check over here. My teammate is attacking with 1,000,000 links. Okay, this episode should probably... Oh, he actually just moved it. I mean, we can just go in their base and kill it as well, to be honest. Yeah, I think... Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think I just pushed him in the wrong direction, because what he was about to do was probably the best thing. Like, he was about to just run into their base, and that really would have been the... He is... Like, why is he shading down the ramp with 1 adept against 20 links and 5... Someone needs to explain this to me. Like, I don't know what's going on anymore. Like, why? Why would you do that? I mean, adepts are good units, but... You know? I mean, that's just insane. My MMR here is quite high, by the way, guys. I'm 4.1k MMR or something like that, which... In 1v1 doesn't sound very high. In 2v2, that is... I mean, I don't know, top 100 or top... Yeah, probably not top 50. Top 100 or top 200 or something. Like, it's not amazing, but it's really not bad. And then he did that with his adept. Like, I don't know. I don't know what this Zerg is doing. Like, I'm so confused about every... Does he not have queens? Did he not make his... like, there has to be a queen here somewhere, right? There's no way he went with... Okay, no, he does have queens here. He's going for a bailing nest. That does make sense. He went for... Okay, I'm impressed that he had the presence of mind to go for a counter attack here, because that would have not been... oh my god, if I managed to save that, it would have been sick. Let me just one-tap this queen. Oh, he has bailings against the Reapers, but that is like the last unit you want the bailings against, because I can just kite them. There are still units on the counter. Did he... You know what the best part is? I'm making fun of everyone in this game, including myself. But I'm just like, where's the queen? What is he doing with his adept? And then I scroll down, and there's just a command center standing there. Like, I don't know how long it's... Okay, it actually just landed. I looked over, and there's just a command center here. You can see that my opponent, or my teammate, has it selected as well. He was probably like, sir? What on earth is going on here? There were no hidden bases. My opponent did not make a queen. My opponent went for a cannon rush, and I always say this, he went for a cannon rush that can't work because you just made the cannons in the open, okay? If you want a cannon rush, you have to wall in the cannons. It's not like I want to enable cannon rushers because it's not necessarily the most fun strategy for StarCraft 2 players, but if you do it, just wall in your cannons so it can actually work. And then he tries to trade 1 adept with 5 Reapers and 20... links, and okay, well, it's one of those episodes. We played 4 games that were extremely short. I usually want to have my episodes be at least half an hour, so you guys have at least half an hour of content to watch. I don't think we're there yet, so let's go for a final game. Okay, the final game of the day is together with our first Zerg teammate. I think this is one of the guys that cannon rushed us. And this is... I just played with this guy, by the way, but we played against the Protoss barcode that was leaving earlier, if you guys remember him. But instead of leaving, he just went to AFK and griefed his teammate, so that wasn't exactly, you know, the most exciting game to show. Now, I realized I didn't actually talk about the fact that our opponent in game number 3 got me a map hacker and a cheater. And I was trying to think back of what I possibly could have done to give that impression, because if you guys remember, I basically beat that guy with one Reaper. It was the game where I planetary rushed the wall of like the million gateways. My teammate came in with the Zerglings, right? And I mean, my Reaper was in his base the entire game, so, you know, I saw everything, and I was like, I guess that means the only thing I could have done, here's the cannon rush again, to show him that I was map hacking is entering his base with my Reaper in the correct way or something like that. And I just thought it was a very funny example of, you know, the kind of ridiculous things you can say when you're salty. Like, the emotion, it's cool to see, like, not in a judgmental way, because everyone gets salty. I've gotten salty, you've gotten salty, right? And it's funny to see from the outside what it does to your brain, because you like, it was such a ridiculous accusation based on the game that we played. Like, sometimes I can have like an insane call or whatever, right? But that game, I literally I jumped in his base with the Reaper and saw everything, and he died. Like, that's quite literally what happened in that game. Now, he's scouting me very hard. Actually, this game I'm gonna try something else. But I need him to stop scouting me. I guess it doesn't matter. Look, this... Okay, he remembers. I think this must have been my teammate then, right? He's gonna go for this wall off. Oh, he just messed it up royally. Yeah, I was gonna say, that does not look like it's going to work. I want to go for... Actually, I can snipe the probe if I'm good. Am I... Oh, barely not, maybe. Let's see. We send another worker over here. I think we're gonna get it. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I didn't see another probe enter the base, so, I mean, it could arrive. What race is... Protoss and random. Okay, I'm just gonna build it over here and hope we're not playing against a Zerg, I guess. He's gonna try to enter me. Yeah, I see the pylon, but I already got Mr. Reaper up, so no worries about it. Boom. Yeah, I mean, those pylons don't do anything. The fact that he... Oh, there's another probe. Is this the same guy that cannon rushed with 5 pylons? It's probably the same guy, right? Anyway, to get back to the strategy, what I wanted to do was go for Marauders. I'm a little worried that it's not gonna hit in time. Can I afford 3 barracks with the Planetary rush? It sounds a bit insane to me, but maybe I can. Now here comes the most devastating unit in StarCraft history, guys. It is the Reaper. Oh no, he's gonna go. I think he's doing the same thing. I'm pretty... This has to be cannon rush into triple Nexus guy. Let's see. Please let me enter. No wall. Thank you. The gateway being built. Good micro on that Stalker, by the way. It's not always easy to spot, but that was very well-timed kiting on that Stalker. That grenade is going to... Oh no, never mind. I thought it was gonna push... Oh, it did save it. No. Plot armor at work. Look at the juke. Oh, no, that was so close. That was almost the nastiest juke. Oh, that looked awesome. Okay, we're gonna go for it. And we're gonna... Oh, this guy does have a couple of zealots, or, you know, a couple of gateway units over here. Let's see, I can close this, do some splitting, and then we're gonna be able to get a decent trade, I think. Can bait him to the queen. This is a good timing. Oh, he's actually just clicked on the Marine. Then I'm just going to send it through. Probably shouldn't lose that Marine, I think. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Now, I'm going to send a couple of SCVs this time, I think. Let's see, we'll start making Marauders. Those are more going to do anything on the back end. Teammate is making Zerglings. If I can get the command center up here, that's going to block their entire base, which is just insane, by the way. And you can actually afford this, by the way. You can afford 3 Raxes. Okay, let's go. I want to ping it for him so he knows that it's time to go. Let's go. They're gonna see it and try to block it, right? So that's why... Well, actually, I'm gonna have to cancel one of those upgrades. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cancel Stim. That's okay, though. Like, this position is just nuts. If they're gonna let me get that, like, no one is gonna be able to go down their ramp. Maybe he can kill that with his Lings. That'll be nice. I'm gonna make a turret here as well. He's gonna make a pylon over there. What do... Excuse me. What do I need to be careful of in this situation? DTs, perhaps air units, so I'm making turrets and I have the Planetary at the front. If my teammate defends back at home, I mean, this Planetary is gonna go up no matter what. Doesn't even matter if they pull all the probes, they can kite my Marines forever, but it's just not really gonna do anything against the PF, right? Like, the PF is gonna get up, it's way too tanky. Let me just make sure to focus firing on those cannons. And they have been completely contained here. As long as we don't die at home, I think this game is almost won. I mean, I could even make a sensor tower here. Obviously, I am going to do that because whenever I get a crazy idea, I have to execute it. And now we're going to start mining from his base. If he doesn't have a sentry, we can walk up. That is kind of the scary thing. Oh, actually, I'm surprised the Planetary doesn't hit that properly. I mean, if he wants to go up with the Lings, I'm going to follow him if they have a sentry. No sentry! Okay, well, yeah, then we can just go up here. Yeah, I'm just going to say it, guys. This cannon rusher is probably my least favorite cannon rusher I've seen when it comes to the strategy. Like, I've talked about it a lot at cannon rushing. What a ridiculous episode, by the way, right? Like, every single game, just insane. What is like 4 cannon rushes, 2-0 mega play. Like, we actually haven't played a normal... Was this the most normal planetary rush we've had? Maybe. I don't even know. But anyway, I talk about how cannon rush is pretty good in team games a lot. It's pretty easy. Easier than in 1v1, I say, to kill a guy, because the maps are not as tested for cannon rush spots. So maybe, like, you can cannon... This looks insane already to me. You can cannon rush here, pylon. Maybe you don't even need the pylon here. Maybe you do. And then this hatchery is just toast already, right? Like, for example, here you can also cannon rush. Probably pylon. Might not even need one here, but you can build it there if you have to. So Zerg is always going to be in trouble. And then your teammate makes a lot of eco. You make, like, probably a Stargate behind it, and you're pretty good. This guy cannon rushes with so many workers that he's already behind. Then he plays Nexus without units, and then he tries to make stuff. It's 5 minutes in the game, and he still didn't have anything. It's pretty much the same thing as last time. That is brutal. But there you go. An episode where we cannon rushed 5 different sets of people. All games were ridiculous. I don't even really remember what happened. I feel way more tired than a regular, like, 1 hour episode, because it was just so insane. And I was trying to wrap my head around all of it, and the games were all short. But that's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this strange, ridiculous Planetary Fortress Rush episode. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.